All right, Good Boys. They brought in an estimated $20.8 million in the opening weekend at the domestic box office.
Matt Perrin shares his thoughts on the comedy in your Monday Movie Musings.
Welcome to another Monday. Despite the fact that there were 5 new wide releases this past weekend, nothing really popped at the box office. One of the new releases exceeded expectations and took the top spot, which makes it only the 3rd original film to do so this year, which I found fascinating, but I guess that's the new world of sequels, remakes, and adaptations. The other 4 new releases fell way below expectations. Torn by what to see, I happened to choose the one that topped the charts. But are ticket sales indicative of quality? Here's my take on Good Boys. Our film begins with 3 friends, Max, Lucas, and Thor. They are the self-named Beanbag Boys and have been friends since kindergarten. They are brand new 6th graders, and one day Max gets invited to the party of the coolest kid in their class. He manages to wrangle an invitation for Lucas and Thor, and although excited, these 3 become nervous because none of them know how to kiss. They originally try and learn from the internet, which of course leads them down roads they are not yet ready for. They then get the idea to use Max's dad's drone to spy on the neighbor girl. This, however, backfires when she captures the drone. After refusing to give it back, Thor steals her purse in order to trade for the drone. They meet to make the exchange, but predictably things go south when they find out drugs are in the bag and the trio must now skip school to go on a new mission. With pitfalls around every corner and the 3 still being pursued by the 2 teenage girls, there is no telling what is going to happen next. As the movie progresses, we see the 3 having incidents with the police, finding themselves scrapping with fraternity guys, and even having to deal with getting across the freeway alive. With time ticking down to both avoid a serious grounding and make it back to the special party on time, the 3 must work together at every obstacle. We as the audience are torn between laughing and cringing as these very adult situations are thrust upon these 3 tweens. So, what to say about this one? First off, going in, you know exactly where the humor of this movie is supposed to come from. Much like Happy Time Murders a couple of years ago, it's supposed to be the shock value of the language and situations happening to these characters, except in this instance it's preteens instead of puppets. And yes, as you may expect, this movie is just a younger version of Superbad. It's pretty much the same premise with 3 friends. That being said, I think these 3 youngsters have much better chemistry than Michael Cera, Jonah Hill, and Christopher Mintz-Plasse. They make me want to watch the actual stories of their interactions rather than this adventure happening now. Maybe I'm just getting cynical as I get older, but I found myself not laughing nearly as much as other people in the theater. Maybe that's the material, or maybe it's because most of the parts that I would have found funny I had already seen in the trailers. In fact, the only surprise I got after watching them is that I didn't laugh for 90 minutes straight like the trailer said I would. That being said, there were a few laugh-out-loud moments, but not nearly as many as I anticipated. One thing I can praise is that they didn't go as crass as I expected. After seeing Sausage Party, I thought they would go the same direction with this one, but thankfully, they had a little bit of restraint. So all in all, the 3 main actors work well together, but this isn't a movie you need to run out and see. You can get the gist and the laughs just by watching the Red Band trailers on YouTube. This has been your Monday Movie Musing. Back to you.
Thank you, Matt. Pretty much spot on. Coming up, Tyler has the last look at the forecast for you.
ABC Columbia's News at Noon continues in just a few moments.